Hello everyone, welcome to another wonderful, amazing episode of Succeed Success Group. It is an absolute honor and pleasure to be here with you guys today. We have another amazing topic today, another amazing video today, and let's just dive right into today's topic. Before we get into today's video, guys, I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed, just gaining subscribers throughout the different days constantly, and your subscriptions are much appreciated. If you're watching the video, please like the video, please share the video, turn on the bell, pass the video to your family and friends and people that might benefit from the content and topics that we cover on Succeed Success Group. Today's topic, guys, is probably, I would say, all of the videos are absolutely really important, but today's video is so important. And I'm going to give you different perspectives that I picked up throughout my life and my journey. And I want those perspectives to help you along your way. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot, I've done a lot. And on the channel, I like to really share, the perspectives and things that I've learned along the way that'll benefit you so that you can learn from other people's mistakes and just learn in general. So we have a really important topic today, guys. And it is choosing the right route, right? Choosing the right path. In order to be extremely successful, which is where you're headed and where you're on your way to, you have to choose the right route. So again, I cannot stress to you enough how important today's topic is. So let's get right into the topic. I have about, I believe, maybe 12 points that I'm going to share with you. And right now I have about 8 points. So altogether it might be 20, 21 points. And, I want you to just think about today's topic and then relate it to yourself in ways that you can, take the right route on your success journey, and you can take the right road towards your path towards greatness. So let's get right into it. So these are some key or right decisions that I want you to make as you're going through your steps, as you're going through your days, as you're going through your months and your years and things of that nature. Now, again, my videos are for everyone. They're for adults, teens, young adults, older adults, definitely my students and the whole student community, whether that be college, high school, middle school, even grammar school. So everyone can benefit from the topics. And I really want you guys to pick up a lot from today's topic and really enjoy. So when you're making the right decisions, and this is going to be the first 8 points that we get into first, guys, I want you to pay attention to signs, okay? So there's always signs and things that will alert you along your way that you need to pay attention to. And, that sign might be, maybe you see yourself falling off, or maybe you see yourself not doing as well as you were doing in the past, or maybe you see yourself doing better than you were doing in the past, right? So these are different signs that you can pick up on and utilize to optimize your success. And, pay attention to the signs, whatever the signs might be. A lot of times people who go down the wrong road, there are signs and things that happen before you just go down the wrong road. And I always like to say that, before you really maybe fall off the map or whatever the case may be, there are signs or things that have occurred before you fall off that kind of can let you say, well, hey, maybe I want to change that because that didn't turn out right. That didn't turn out right. I'm headed towards the wrong route and I need to change some things. Or, wow, that went great. That went great. And I'm headed towards that right route. So pay attention to the signs. The first rule asks us to open up to obvious signs. The universe tries to offer guideline signals that we often miss or neglect if we're not tuned in. So tune into the signs around you, tune into the universe, tune into what's going on around you that's either leading you towards greatness or maybe, leading you to fall off the map. When you do recognize something as a sign, don't dismiss it. That's very important. Reflect on the potential message being delivered to you, okay? So that's the first key point. Number 2, take your own advice. So, successful people are always advising themselves. You might advise others, but first and foremost, I think you should advise yourself, right? So you should tell yourself, things that you're doing right, things that you're doing wrong, things that you want to improve on, and ways that you can improve on certain things. So take your own advice. If you can't take your own advice, you'll learn it in vain. You know, you might take the advice from others if you're not giving yourself advice, and the advice that you get from others might be right and it might be wrong. You know, so be very careful of taking advice from others. Obviously, if you're having good key sources and good people giving you advice, like your parents or coaches, mentors, role models, things of that nature, then you obviously want to listen to their advice. But first and foremost, give yourself advice. And by that I mean, talk to yourself. Obviously, we all talk to ourselves. Sometimes there's a perception that if you talk to yourself, maybe you're quote unquote crazy. No, you're not. Maybe if you're talking out loud to yourself, that could be perceived as crazy. But even that is fine. So talk to yourself and give yourself advice. In 5 or 10 years, you will know, what you've done correct or what you've done incorrect that's leading to your greatness or your, again, I'm going to keep reiterating, falling off the map. That's something that you don't want to do. You want to stay on course. You want to stay on the right route and the right road. So take your own advice. Take a sip from your own fountain of knowledge and take your own advice to lead towards your greatness. I think a lot of times, you have leaders and then you have followers. So if you're a follower, you're always going to be listening to other people. And a lot of times, what I find from the youth is a lot of our youth is taking advice from people that don't have that much information or don't have that much knowledge. So make sure you're taking your own advice. And there's a scene in Boys in the Hood when the character was in the car and he was with Ice Cube and they were about to commit an act of violence against the people that killed Ricky. If you remember in that movie, if you have any understanding of Boys in the Hood, and Cuba Gooding Jr. in that scene decided to take his own advice and ask, Ice Cube to pull over and so he could get out of the car and not be involved in that bad situation. And I think a lot of times, if you take your own advice and not worry about quote unquote fitting into the group, it can really benefit you. So I think a lot of people that are involved in just, bad situations, they maybe didn't take their own advice. And I'm flat out surprised by the amount of people that I see that are, incarcerated or people that make these huge mistakes, these huge detrimental mistakes that pretty much end their life and they've fallen off the map and there's really no point of coming back. Once you have 20 years or 10 years or 5 years, even a year within, the system, the penitentiary system or the jail system, it can be hard to get back to greatness and things of that nature. So make sure you take your own advice. All right, number 3, keep clean or keep your conscience clean. Okay, so keep your conscience clean. Have a clean conscience. Have a clean mindset. Have a clean way of thinking and going about different objectives and different things that you want to get done. No decision should strain your spirit. Do your best to act for the good of everyone, not just your own good. And that's why, in past videos, I mentioned volunteering. I'll probably do a whole video on volunteering and the importance of volunteering and kind of giving back to others and things of that nature. It's extremely important. When in doubt, consult your moral code. Keep your conscience clean by making clean choices. So you want to live a clean life. You want to be doing things in the right way. This will really help you out on your success journey. Number 4, very important, detach from negative emotions. So we all have negative thoughts, but one thing that I've learned on my success journey is that you always want to try to reiterate a negative thought with positivity. So if you say something, well, that's not going to work out, or, I'm not going to get there, go back and say, hey, no, I am going to get there. And also something that I think you should practice is manifesting or manifestation. So, you want to repeat things over and over. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. It's going to happen for me. It's going to happen for me. So you want to try to stay away from negativity and negative thoughts. And obviously you want to try to stay away from negative people. And you cannot control someone from being negative or not. There are a lot of negative people in the world, and there's really nothing you can do about it. When you see negative people or negativity, I would encourage you to run and run fast. I want you to stay positive, understand your goals, and understand where you're headed and your route and your road, okay? Nothing keeps us stagnant like our own fear, impatience, and frustration. Moving forward with the right choices means we must eliminate those emotions. So get rid of them, toss them out the window, set them aside. If someone's speaking negatively towards you, let that go in one ear and right out the other, and understand that you are great, you're going to be great, you're going to continue to be great. So detach from negative emotions. That is very, very important. Okay, I believe we're on number 5. Know your influences, right? Know your influences. Know what influences you, right? Maybe you're influenced by your friends. Maybe you're influenced by social media. Maybe you're influenced by your community. Maybe you're influenced by, whatever the case may be, but know what influences you in the right way, and then know what influences you in the wrong way. This is very, very important. And there's so many influences that are great influences, and that's why I always promote sports activity, teamwork, team building, and things of that nature. But when you play sports and when you're around positive people and positive energy, that will influence you to go and rise to the top and just reach heights and things that you never knew you could achieve. When you are influenced in a negative way, maybe by your peers or by friends or by family, it will bring you down because they're influencing you in a negative way, and you don't want that to be the case. So know your influences. We often turn to our friends for guidance when we're confused. Why do we do this? When the right answers are within us. So everything that you want to achieve, the answers to your questions, the answers to your goals are within you. And obviously, like I said before, if you have a really, really good team behind you, and you have really good, leaders and mentors behind you, then they will give you the right influences, and they will influence you in the right way. So just, again, I don't know if I've done a video on it, but I'm definitely going to do a video on hanging with the right crowd. Be on the lookout for that soon. Very, very important. It's better to go within to find the solutions than to go outside and find solutions from, society or people that are, not doing the right thing. Extremely, extremely important. Next important tip is follow your intuition. Follow your heart. Follow your mind. Follow, your intuition. We all have different intuition within us. And what is intuition? That is kind of like, what you believe deep down inside, what you really, really believe in your heart, what you believe, to be the case. Follow those intuitions that you have. They will really lead to you being successful. They will really lead to you achieving your goals. Engage your sixth sense for a heightened perception of what to do and what to avoid. Okay, and I'm going to reiterate that movie that I just referred to. His intuition in that movie was not to go on and commit, an act of violence with the group that he was going to commit an act of violence with. He had an intuition to say, hey, you know what? This isn't for me. I'm on the right road. I'm going to be going to college soon. He had a girlfriend in the movie and things of that nature. So he was really a really good person. The group that he was with was a group of gangbangers. They were a group of, overall probably good guys, but they had done a lot in their life. They had been incarcerated. They had just went through different trials and tribulations. And Trey, I believe his name was, Cuba Gooding Jr. in that situation, had an intuition to get out the car. He wasn't worried about what other people were going to say about him and things of that nature. He made the right decision, followed his intuition, and it led to him, then going on to college and things of that nature. And then you see what happened with Doughboy or, Ice Cube in that situation. His intuition was to do something negative, and it kind of spiraled into him having, negativity follow him. So be very careful about your intuition. Follow your intuition. Now, if you have a negative intuition and you have, you have one person on this shoulder and one person on that shoulder, if you have somebody on this shoulder and they're telling you to do the wrong thing, go to this shoulder, the right shoulder, and follow that positive intuition. Extremely, extremely important. Now, the next tip that we have for, following the right route and making sure you're on the right route is don't cross red flags. Just as much as the universe offers signs, it also puts up red flags, right? So a red flag is like, oh, that's wrong. I know that's wrong. Let me stay away from that. Oh, no. I'm not going to do that. Not at all. And when you're at the collegiate level, when you're at the high school level, this could be, an example I'm going to try to give you. This could be at a party. Let's say you're at a party and You see people at the party really doing the wrong thing. They might be drinking, they might be doing drugs or things of that nature. And you have to see, that's a red flag. That's a sign that I need to get out of this party. I need to take a step back and I need to do something different with my life. You need to just understand that it's okay to make changes. You don't always have to fit in with the crowd if the crowd is doing the wrong thing. Very, very important. Extremely important. See the red flags and stay away from the red flags. It could be anything that you think is going to lead to you going down the wrong road or not taking the right route. And again, there are going to be red flags that you see, and you have to realize the red flags. You have to utilize those opportunities to say, hey, that's not for me. I'm going to take a different route. I'm going to take a different approach and really just try to do the right thing. It could be anything from, I don't know, anything. Really maybe, cheating on a test if you're a student. That could lead you towards getting caught. At the collegiate level, that's something that's really big. You could get kicked out of, the university. You could get kicked out of college or whatever the case may be. Hanging with the wrong group, hanging with the wrong crowd. If you take a look at the stats and what we have going on in our country, there are people that obviously didn't follow the red flags or didn't follow the signs that, led them to go down the wrong road. So please, guys, don't cross red flags. Understand what they are. Utilize them for your success and for your victories. But please be aware of them. It's extremely important to be aware of the red flags. Organize your thoughts. Extremely important. Organize your thoughts. Have a clear mind. Organize your day. Organize your week. Organize your month. But definitely organize your thoughts. A lot of times we have so many thoughts going on in our mind. We're thinking about 18 million different things at one time. And sometimes this can be good, but sometimes it can be bad. So make sure you're organizing your thoughts. Positive thoughts turn out to positive activities and positive possibilities. When we think something good, can happen, then we take the right actions to ensure that it comes true. If we decide it's time to meet, a new opportunity within life, then we may take more time getting ready in the morning. We may take more time getting ready in our day because we understand that, hey, there's a positive outcome on the other side of the road. We may take better care of ourselves and become more outgoing and even begin a conversation with someone that's going to lead towards victory and towards success. The same thing is true for when you are, organizing negative thoughts or negativity within your day-to-day actions. So be very careful of organizing your thoughts in the right manner. Project what would happen if you do the right thing and project what would happen if you do the wrong thing. And make sure that, 9 times out of 10, and I would even say 10 times out of 10, you're doing the right things to lead towards your victory, your success, and your upward mobility. So those are about 8 key points, guys, that are going to lead you towards the right road. I hope you're listening. And, always you can take notes and things of that nature on the different points that we have. Now we're going to get into some other key points that are going to lead to you taking the right route within life. Taking the right route within your day, your week, and just your day-to-day actions. And they might be some of the same points that we've covered, but, just listen and definitely appreciate today's video. Like I said, guys, such an important topic. Ultimately, I want you all to be successful. I want you to grow. I want you to reach your highest heights and just be the best person that you can be and really, really reach your top levels of success. So make the right decisions in your life. Very, very important. And this is another important topic that I'm going to make and something that is so important. So in our society, in the country we live in the world we live in, you do not have to make the same mistakes that you see other people making. There are so many people that are making mistakes on a day-to-day basis that you can really learn from these people, right? Like I said, there's some people getting 50 years, 40 years, 30 years doing things that are just stupid, flat out just like, why did you do that? That was totally wrong. Like, what are you doing? People put themselves in really bad situations, and then you have a large percentage of people who are really putting themselves in great situations. So learn from other people's mistakes, right? Like, so you should never have to do jail time, because look at all of the people doing jail time now. You know, you should never get in a road rage situation, because look at the people that have killed people in road rage situations. You know, you can learn from their mistakes. You do not have to drop out of college. You do not have to drop out of high school. You don't have to go to summer school or get all F's on your report card or things of that nature. You don't have to get kicked off the team you're on, or really just go down the wrong road, because there's thousands of people who have already done that, and you can learn from their mistakes. If you're not learning from other people's mistakes, then you might make the same mistakes. So really utilize other people in terms of your success. And that can be in a wide variety of ways. It could be towards success, but it could also be from learning from their mistakes, so that you have success. Choose the right group to hang around. I mentioned that before. Extremely, extremely, extremely important. Make sure you're hanging with like-minded individuals that are going to be going, to the same places that you want to go. If you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, then maybe you should be hanging with other people that want to be doctors and lawyers. If you want to be a millionaire within your life, then maybe you should be hanging around people that are wanting to be millionaires. So it surprises me about the amount of people that hang with people that are kind of going in the direction they want to go in. And this is why I say, let's take a look at, people that are in gangs, right? So obviously you're hanging with a group of people that are in a gang because you all want to be in a gang, and ultimately you're not probably going to have success with those people that you're hanging with. But you have people that will spend 10, 5, 15 years of their life hanging around people that are negative, and then they're not doing the right thing, and it's because you were hanging with that group for so long. If you're, let's say you're on a sports team, and I like to talk about sports because sports was a huge part of my life, and it will always be a big part of my life. But let's say you're on a team, and you're really doing the right thing, but there's two or maybe even one person on the team that is like, I don't know if I'm going to stick with this. I'm not really going to practice. I don't know about this situation. Then if you're hanging with that person, then you might, think the same way they do. Some of their thoughts might rub off on you. And then, next thing you know, you're not on the team anymore. You got kicked off just like them. And then you're doing the same things they are. So you want to make sure you're hanging around the right people. So important. Always watch your surroundings. No matter what neighborhood you live in, no matter what city you live in, no matter what household you live in. If you live in an absolute terrible household where nobody's doing anything right, and it's a lot of negativity, be very mindful of that and understand that you have to break free of that mentally and physically. And so be very aware of your surroundings. That means, watching your back and things of that nature, but it also means just being aware of where you're at and who you're hanging around, and what type of situations you're hanging around. Extremely, extremely important, especially for the youth, but also for adults. You have adults who are making mistakes as well as the youth, and different things of that nature. So very, very important to watch your surroundings. Next tip, this is number 5 on this list. Decide what it is you want out of each situation in your life and how you'll get to that situation, right? So what do you want out of your life? What do you want out of your day? What are your ultimate goals? I've had students that I see that have went on to college and are really doing great things and thriving for greatness. Then I have some students that I see that I used to work with that are not doing so well and things of that nature. When I was, coming up and things of that nature, I had people that I saw sometimes and it would break my heart. I saw them on drugs, like strung out on drugs, like cocaine. There were 2 people in particular that I played basketball with that I saw, as I got a little older, and they were flat out, just not doing the best for themselves in terms of, their success level. One ended up going to jail, and the other one, both of them were just on drugs is my point. And, like cocaine, really, really out there. And so, something happened along their route where, they went the wrong direction. And sometimes, you're going to have an opportunity where you're either going to go this way or you're going to go that way. You can get with this or you can get with that. That was an old school hip hop song, and it was really a good song that I used to like, because it's like you can get with this or you can get with that. And hopefully you're getting with the right thing, because if you get with that, it can lead to your entire life being destroyed. But if you get with this, then it might lead to you being very successful. So you want to get with the right things. You want to choose the right route within your life. And this is a day-to-day thing, right? Like you're always challenged on a day-to-day basis to do the right thing. And it's very important that on a day-to-day basis you do the right thing. Okay, so next point, think about what you're doing before you do it. So it's very important to think about what you're doing before you do it. And it's also very important to think about what you say before you say it. Sometimes people have messed themselves up and gotten themselves in a world of trouble because they don't think about what they are going to say before they say it, and they just, go out and say something crazy, or, do something that they, end up regretting. And oftentimes these people are called hotheads maybe, or different things of that nature. But you have to just understand that there is another day. There's another opportunity. So, calm down, stay peaceful. Sometimes count to 10 if you get really upset or things of that nature. But just don't go crazy on somebody and just... Oftentimes that can lead towards, negative activities and... you not reaching your goals. So, you want to be very careful about the things you say before you say them. This could be to, anyone that you're dealing with. Be very careful of that. Understand the decisions that you make today will affect your future. And this is so, so important. And again, I try to give you guys game on things that I picked up along the way, but the decisions that you're making now are going to affect your tomorrow and your next year and your next year. And this is the most important for the youth, because the younger that you start your road towards greatness, the more that you'll find yourself on a great, amazing path. I remember one time I was coaching a grammar school team, and this is something I've just never seen before, but there were about 3 or 4 young men on the grammar school team that I coached that didn't go on to high school. I'm going to say that again, and because it blew my mind. I really, I know that exists, but it blew my mind. So they graduated from 8th grade, but they chose not to go to high school. So I would see them in the community that I worked in, and they were outside gang banging, trying to sell drugs and things of that nature. Now, where do you think those choices are going to lead them to in the next 3 years, the next 2 years, the next 5 months, or the next, 10 years? Probably not the best route to choose. Now, you can always make mistakes and bounce back. That's what life is all about. But you have to be careful about making mistakes that are detrimental, that will basically just have you fall off the map. So really be careful about the decisions you make, and understand what you're doing today affects your tomorrow. And the last point that I want to make for choosing the right route in your life and in your day-to-day decisions is that a lot of people choose the right road and a lot of people choose the wrong road. I want you to make sure that you are choosing the right road and the right route in everything that you do. I want you to build positive relationships. I want you to have fun. I want you to reach your goals. And I want you to understand that you are such an amazing person, and there's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing that you can't achieve. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't accomplish anything. There are a lot of people out here that are doubters and haters, and they have negative energy within them for whatever reason. I don't know. I see it all the time. Like right now within my life. I see it right now in my life. I saw it earlier. I'll continue to see it. And I don't want you to focus on why those people have those thoughts. I want you to understand that you have a beautiful opportunity in front of you, and I want you to choose the right route. Choose the right route towards your victory. Choose the right route that you make every day in your decisions. And just understand that you're headed towards greatness, you're headed towards beauty, and you're headed towards beautiful things. I support you. Succeed Success Group supports you. Anything that you need from me, I'm going to continue to have these amazing videos coming out with all these amazing topics. And I'm also going to have a platform where you can directly reach out to me, and I will give you direct guidance, direct encouragement. I will help you through different situations that you might have. And this is for everyone listening. You could be an adult who's 60 years old. If you feel like you need to reach out to me, please do. Do I know everything? No. Will I put you on a success path? Yes, I will. This is definitely for my current students. This is definitely for my former students. This is for middle school students, high school students, collegiate students. If you're a student athlete and you want to know, how can you, do what you need to do to accomplish your goals, reach out to me. Reach out to this channel. As the channel continues to grow and this platform continues to grow, there'll be more ways for you to reach out to me. And again, look at the different videos that I'm putting out. They're all beneficial. They're all amazing videos with really, really a wide variety of just amazing content. So check out the videos, subscribe to the channel, share the videos with everyone that you know. Also, guys, I want to give a shout out to one of my past students. He posted one of the videos on his Facebook page. That's something that I definitely would love that you do. Please do that. Please just continue to walk in your greatness, guys. You're headed towards greatness. You're already great. You're already amazing. You're going to be more and more amazing as time goes on. And I really appreciate you guys for checking out today's video. We have more and more amazing videos coming out, guys. This is another amazing Succeed Success Group topic. Look forward to seeing you guys on the next one, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here, guys. Can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Let's go. Let's go. Take the right route, guys. Choose the right route and do the right thing. Love you guys. Thank you.